Oh, hey everybody, Dogbert here, talking about Pocket Dimension 2 and who you should probably use. Well, the quick answer is whoever you have built up. End the video. No, just kidding. Honestly, if you have to build somebody up, you have to build somebody up. Getting through the Pocket Dimension does give a lot of gear, even if you are just looking at focus on the teal gear. Getting the fully crafted orange pieces, which could help you save on 14s and possibly 15s, depending on what pieces you get, is always a huge help. Even if it was just a completed Gear 13 piece, it would be a huge help because that saves you SBCs usually. So let's first talk about who you're not bringing. Pretty much any of these guys down here, except for Night Nurse. Probably not going to bring them. But if you already have a big Mystique, a big Cable probably, even maybe a big Magneto, at least you got some backups. I doubt you've built any of the others. Some people probably have Ultimates who are really into war. That's another story. You probably have a big Night Nurse out there if you've been working on Shadowlands, or if you entered the original Doom 1 before we had the Secret Avengers, you might have built Night Nurse up for the skill nodes, and then, in which case, yes, absolutely take her if you already built her. I would not build her, however, if I, just didn't. As you can see, I have a 6 red. I could have a very easy 7 yellow, 6 red Night Nurse. I'm not building her up. I might throw her in as fodder because she is level 65, gear tier 12. That would be about it. So up here, these top 2 rows are probably the only characters you should consider ever bringing. If you have bought Doctor Strange Heartless like I have, absolutely bring him. He's amazing. I'm definitely bringing him in. As far as who else I can bring in pretty much anybody I want at this point. But if I could bring in, probably Doctor Strange Heartless. Black Bolt, if you're playing Black Bolt, bring Yo-Yo. Obviously, you want that combination there. So right there is 3 characters. Obviously, my Gear 16 Morbius, he's coming in for me. So that's 4 characters. And then my 5th character could be Kate Bishop. It could be Iceman. It could even be Ghost Rider because he is a Dark Hunter. He would have synergy with Morbius. Nick Fury is a great choice, actually. And even Black Widow for speed up and stun. They're already built for me, so I could bring them in. Now, as far as who are you going to be bringing in, it's going to depend on your roster. Top picks, a great team that you could probably bring in would be Kate Bishop, Nick Fury, Black Widow, believe it or not, Yo-Yo Black Bolt. Why this team? Because this is an Avengers slash Shield team, slash Inhumans, of course. Bishop is a Avenger, so she does work with Black Widow. Black Widow is both Shield and Avenger. Of course, she works with Nick Fury because that's Shield too, and Yo-Yo is Shield as well. And then, of course, you had the Black Bolt Yo-Yo combo. And the reason why I keep pushing Nick Fury could be quite the sleeper hit in this Dark Pocket Dimension. Yes, he does summon a Protector and Shield Security, a weak Shield Security, which means he's probably going to die quick even after you use him. But in dying, he's taking a hit, a potentially big hit. That is one thing we learned with the original Pocket Dimensions, that summons come in quite handy just to take a hit. Even if they just die quick. If they take 2 hits, oh, that's all the more better. Even though you're losing the offense down in Yo-Yo for a turn or 2, it won't matter if that thing is dead. Secondly, Nick Fury does do a heal. He actually does heal on his rally where he spreads the buffs out to everybody. There is a healing component to that. On top of that, you also get the Shield Operative. That can throw out another little small heal. That might be enough to get you through it. I have him as Healer ISO. There's another heal for him. I don't think his basic really does anything. And don't forget, oh yes, I forgot about his basic. It does grant energy to an adjacent ally. Maybe if you bought Doctor Strange Heart, let's put him next to him. Maybe you want to get it into Black Bolt. Black Bolt's probably going to be a phenomenal character in this one because don't forget, Ultron's at the end. And what is Ultron? Villain tech. You don't want him to revive. He's hard enough, as it was in the first one. If you're a little bit lower level, Black Bolt's passive is going to be a absolute must T4 for you if you're playing Black Bolt. You might want to build Black Bolt up anyway because going into DD5, I'm going to be bringing him eventually into DD5. Of course, he's legendary, so I don't have to worry about this for a while, and it could change. But that last node of DD5 is filled with villain tech, Ultron, Doom, Doombots, that you have to take out. Black Bolt's a great option for that. I already built him up for DD4 back when I originally ran it, and he did great for that. Of course, everybody's going to want to take Iceman in, because you had to build up Iceman for the Axeman anyway. He should be okay. He's not going to be great. He does give himself the barrier. He's not going to revive. He does do on the enemy turn. He does get that chance to attack them. And if they're slowed already, he does attack them automatically. He's only going to be lowering armor by 20% instead of in raids. He does it for 30%. He does slow in his basic. He does have a stun if the target is slowed, and he can do an AoE slow with this here. Plus he buries himself to give him some more survivability. He could be good, not great. But if you already have him built up like I do, definitely take him in. Kate Bishop could be an interesting character. She does need a healer though. So if you're bringing in Nick Fury, that might be enough to heal her along with the operative. Or of course if you have Night Nurse, then it's an absolute yes to that. Because then Night Nurse will definitely keep her healed. She does flip the buffs. She does knock out, she does actually 2 different buff flips. Oh, clear, sorry. She clears random on her basic. She throws out all the debuffs and the blinds with her ultimate, and of course she can buff flip a little area with her special there. So she could be quite a good option if you already built her up and tried her for tech raids, which she doesn't work. But she does do some stuff, and like I said, she does have the Young Avenger tag, which makes her an Avenger, which makes her work with Black Widow. This works because Black Widow does give out the, it's on her special, to Avenger allies, also gives it out the shield. So they're going to get 2 turns automatically. Whoever else you bring, if they're not shield, Avenger, or skilled military, only gets a 60% chance of getting that. If you want to put the T4 in, you could clear a negative effect as well with that. The Black Widow's another good character. She's very fast. She'll give speed up right out of the way. She can steal positive effects if she's under stealth and clear them, depending on if you have the T4, which I don't. The other thing is she does have a fairly quick stun at 4 energy. That can always come in handy. I already had her built up. I originally took her in DD4. We'll see how she does, maybe. If anything, it will be a backup at least. Morbius built him for DD5, so he's obviously going in. His biggest thing is his basic, though. Stealing 10% health from a primary target can be quite huge, especially in the later stages of this pocket dimension. We know it does ramp up in difficulty as we go through. That will become bigger and bigger, especially once we get to that Ultron node. You could always pair him up with Ghost Rider, depending how big you built your Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider could be good, could be bad, but he is a Dark Hunter. And of course, then you have, when a negative effect is applied to an enemy, you feel speed bar for herself and all supernatural Dark Hunter allies. This will help speed up Morbius. You get the 40% max health again for him and Morbius. They gain focus. Morbius could use that. All that stuff comes in handy. And if we go back and look at Morbius's passive, he gives he'll give Ghost Rider 20% drain as well. So you can see there's some synergy there. Everything else is in war. Doesn't really affect us. So those are some things to think about there. And of course, Yo-Yo, you always use her with Black Bolt. You only need the 1 T4. Always gaining assist. Black Bolt will be the only Inhuman other than her. So you always get the assist with Black Bolt coming in and smacking people around. So that just about wraps it up. The only other person would be Scarlet Witch. Now, you do want to consider Scarlet Witch because she has both the Disciple tag and the Unyielding tag. We are going to need Unyielding, possibly, eventually, for that Doctor Strange event where we get the new heroic difficulty. But Scarlet Witch is another character we have to build up anyway because she does have the Darkhold tag and she's going to get a lot of things. So if you already bought Doctor Strange Heartless, don't forget, if you pair him up, you're getting, with Scarlet Witch, you're getting that gigantic amount of 50% crit and 50% crit damage to Darkhold allies, which she is 1. And like I said, you already got to build her up anyway, so you might as well build her up for that. You can use her then again in the Unyielding, and I think there's only one other person who has both Disciple and Unyielding. That would be Kate Bishop. I forgot to mention that. Again, you can double dip with her a little bit into that event if you need help with that event in your Unyielding roster. So all this said, there's some things to think about, some characters I might be taking in. I haven't really decided what I'm taking in on my lesser accounts. They don't have as many options, of course, as my first account, so I'm just going to have to deal with it and trudge through it. Until next time, hope this video was informative.